Alright, boys. I got a Giga this time, so this is probably gonna go worse. I mean, it's a tamed Giga. Oh, okay. Gotta go find an LA vein real quick. The server's kinda dead right now. Oh, it's less dead, which means there's somebody, like 3 people joined since I logged on, so. You know, probably not gonna go very well. There's definitely somebody else trying to do an LA vein, so. Let's hope they don't pull up. I'm kinda mad right now though as well. Because I literally told my tribe, I was like, yo, we need to move out of this garbage spot in the middle of nowhere in the redwoods and move into the spider cave that we have already built and taken over. And also, don't leave your tames out. Right? So they don't get tame sniped. And what do? They don't move or cryo their tames. We ended up losing our 390 pop velos. So that's cool. Rip velos. Very nice Philanosaurs. And it makes me really mad that we lost them. Also, somebody tried to raid us. And we almost got raided. But then I got on and defended. I don't know what my trimates are doing. Like, they were so scared. Right? And literally all I did was hop on a Reaper, killed 2 Griffins, and C-spawn a Stego into turrets until it died. And the guy died off instantly. That's literally all I did. And they ran away. And then we like moved all the loot to the spider cave. Well, most of the loot, I told the tribe, like, I had to go, right? Because it's like literally the worst timing ever. So I had to go for a couple of hours, and of course I tell my tribe mates, hey, go get the rest of the loot at our base. There's like 2 or 3 slot caps of crafted weapons and flak and resources. You should probably not leave those there. And what did they do? They left them. So, you know, that's cool. I should not be fighting this. He's faster than me. I can't really... It's very hard to win this fight. I mean, he's bad, but... He's faster than me, though. That's the problem. Is it's gonna be extremely hard for me to win. Aw, dude, I like don't even have a kit right now. I just realized he's just abusing my turn race. I literally can't even turn around. Like, I can't even fight him because he's just sitting behind me. Just so annoying. Oh my god, that scared me because my screen froze as he was right next to me. It's like, uh-oh. At least it was like a very, 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 very tiny screen freeze. Like, it barely even happened. And now he's trying to breathe on me. Which, you know, that's cool. I don't think it's gonna work. But, you know, whatever. Try it. Try it, buddy. See, I ended up losing since my tribe mates are stupid as fuck. And they don't understand how to go and grab a slot cap of loot. We lost, like, all of our weapons and half of our crafted flak because they're stupid. So, you know, that's cool. Like, we literally defended the entire raid, and then I was like, go move all that loot to Spider Cave. And you know what they did instead? They sat in Spider Cave trying to do a boss fight, like thinking what they needed for a boss fight. It's like, dude, we don't need no boss fight. And then they crafted 5 replicators, and now we have no element. So, you know, that's cool. I'm so gonna die, dude. Don't move. It's so hard to fight, though. Because he's literally faster than me. I can't do anything. He's like 20 times faster than me. If I try to pick him in a like legit fight, like I just did, he'll instantly get above me unless I'm like 20 stories above him. And if I'm that far up, he's not going to go for the pick. That was a close one, actually. How did I just grab this kid? Like, actually, how? He's horrible. Where the fuck? Gotta keep your eye on him at all times, and he's gone. So you're gonna go run towards the Ellie vein? Okay, good, he's not. How did I win that though? Like literally that's the one fight I shouldn't have won. I really should not have won that. He's gotta be horrible. Like you have to be really bad to do that. Like you have to be really bad. Also, I do not recommend using fire wyverns. They should only ever be used for breeding magmasaurs, honestly. They're so bad. They're slow. They do like no damage. It's like using a Tropi wyvern but slower. Like there's literally no reason to use it. It takes longer to get. It's more annoying. They're slower. However, Tropi wyverns are really easy to get. They're faster and they do the exact same amount of damage as fire. So it's just really just like stupid to not use a Tropi wyvern. Like literally the only good thing fire wyverns are is for breeding magmasaurs. That's literally like their only use. So whatever. I mean, GG to that guy. I'm not really sure how he lost that, but I'm not complaining. I hit myself? I forgot about that. I literally forgot I could even do that. Like I genuinely forgot about that. That's another thing. Tropi wyverns, they can't deal damage to your tribe mates, unlike fire. So if your tribe mate's foot PvPing somebody, and you want to swoop down and kill him, and you're on a wyvern, your Tropi wyvern ain't gonna damage your teammate. At least to the most of my knowledge. I don't know of Tropi wyverns that do that. This thing's got 700 melee. It should be enough for a 25k. If I can't do a 25k with this, but I can do it with a mantis, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Oh my god, dude, if I get countered though, I'm probably gonna die. Anybody with like any dinosaur, like probably a rhino will kill me because I'm on unimprinted. I'm using like a horrible Giga. Like this is a tamed 140 melee pop female with a 90 armor saddle, so probably not gonna do very good. Those service stats are pretty boosted, which is actually a bad thing for me because that means rhinos will get like 2,000 melee. I think our unimprinted rhino has 1.8k, so I should actually probably breed those. But yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna be very good. For me, at least. Oh, is this gonna be one of those veins where it's gonna take literally like 12 years for the dinos to like actually spawn and come over here? That's how you know this is a bad Giga, dude. It takes a large amount of damage from just going in the water. Like, dude. If somebody pulls up, it's over. You know, our best velos on the server are gone, but I'm getting admin tomorrow on the server. I put an admin application in as like a joke, and the admins actually liked it, so, or the owner, I mean. So, you know, now, come admin for the first time. I'm gonna try my best to be a good admin, but, you know, see what happens. I mean, I'm a pretty lazy person. And I hear a lot of admins constantly being like, oh yeah, no, it's really hard. I don't see what's that hard about it, but, I mean, I guess it's the same thing with grinding, though. I don't really see what's hard about grinding. But people still complain about how hard it is and how they can't do it, so, you know. It doesn't really make sense to me, but, you know, whatever. I just noticed the message is still up there. It's been 10 minutes since I loaded on the server. No, it's been longer. It's probably been 15 minutes. And the message is still there, dude. What? I'm really hoping nobody pulls up, dude. I'm actually so screwed if somebody attacks me. I think it's day like 6 of wipe. And this is a German server, so it's like 5 AM for most of the people. That's why it's so dead. It averages around 30 players, so it's dead anyway, but it's not that bad. Still enough people to the point where there's PvP. So, you know, it's cool. Is this gonna be a hard LA vein? I mean, it can't be all that hard. It's a 25k. Imagine I win a Giga fight with this. I mean, the average Giga melee for like a 230 is probably gonna be like 1,100 with imprint. Or higher. Like maybe 1,500 to 1,100. And I've got 700 melee, no imprint, and less HP as well as a bad saddle, so... You know, I'll probably get clapped in the Giga fight. I mean, no, I'll definitely get clapped in the Giga fight, but maybe I win. Maybe the guy's just horrible and I get the first 10 bites on him and kill him. It'll literally be like 10 bites for me to enrage somebody, and I'll get like 2 or 3, I'll get like 4-bit raged. Maybe even 2-bit raged because I got no imprint. Now that I think about it. So, you know. That's good. But my tribe is useless, and we need element because my tribe used all of our element to craft as much replicators as we possibly could, so now we have no Ellie, and we can't fill our turret wall. So I've got to go get element for them because they're too lazy to. So I go, yeah, no, I don't want to craft element down from an Ellie vein, so I'm not going to go get an Ellie vein. And it's like, okay, so we're going to have 10 element and a replicator. And we're not even gonna have enough to fill our turrets. That's cool. So now I gotta do this. I still can't believe I picked that guy. Like, that should not have worked. But I guess it does. He was horrible. Like, there's no other way to say it. He was just that bad. I still shouldn't have won though. I mean, I'm on a fire wyvern and he's on a trophy. Like, it's pretty hard to lose. He's probably gonna come back with another tamed trophy, but once he sees the Giga, he'll leave me alone probably. And if not, he'll come try to like grab the element off the vein, but I'm gonna harvest it too fast for him. And I'll just see him on the other side landed, and I'll hop on my Giga and attack him, but he'll probably be long gone by the time I even get near him. We'll see. We will see. Dang, this is like one of the worst spots an LA vein could spawn in for me. Because everything is just over here, and if I go over here too far, the vein will despawn, and that would not be good. Should be able to do this with no problem. The only thing I can see happening is someone comes and attacks me, and I'll probably die because tamed manas on here can get 15k HP, 10k stamina, and 2k melee. Tamed. So, you know, like, 2 people on imprinted manas that are half decent will kill me and my Giga. Like, they don't even need a Giga, they just need a mana, dude. Like, that's how easy it would be to kill me right now. Especially since I don't have Plant Z. I don't even have, like, a kit, dude. But oh well. Yeah, like 90% of our dinos died though. We still have most of our lines, but like all of our extra dinos died. Because my tribe mates don't understand that we need to move into a spider cave. We literally had spider cave for 3 days before we moved into it. And you wanna know what we were living in before we moved into spider cave? You wanna know what? A tiny land base in the middle of redwoods. And instead of moving into Spider Cave, we just sat there for like 3 days. And the whole time we had the resources to go into Spider Cave and live in it. The entire time, so I'm not really sure why we didn't move until we almost got raided and had no choice because our base was gone. I'm not really sure, but you know, whatever. Tribe mates can be tribe mates. This is such an AIDS jelly vein, dude. What? Like, this is actually so AIDS. Like, this is one of the worst spots you can find an jelly vein at. Oh my god. Well, at least I got a little bit of PvP. So I got a little bit of content. Clapping a guy on a fire wyvern. Or clapping a guy with a fire wyvern who's on a trophy wyvern. Because, you know, we out here. I could probably do the Gilly Van with the wyvern, but Giga better. Did that thing just like, was that even part of the thing? It wasn't. It literally was not part of the thing. That was fast. I'm gonna name my Giga ASN like 310 and maybe people won't fight me. That'd be funny, dude. People are scared to Giga fight me because Giga's named ASN 310, but in all reality, it's 140 melee pop, unimprinted, tamed, Giga with a bad saddle. That'd be funny, dude. They're like, yeah, no, I won't 2v1 you. Fuck that, dude. You're gonna have like 5k melee. Like, I'm gonna die, dude. Chill. It's like, no. No, I don't, actually. No, that'd be really funny, I think. Can I actually, is this Carno, like, gonna die? You know, that'd be so funny, but I doubt it. If somebody pulls up the Giga, they'll fight me. The server pop's been going up, so... Still have some crafted weapons, but like a whole slot cap of them is just gone. because my tribe mates, I literally told them, I'm like, go move all the loot out of our old base. Nobody's gonna be there to protect it. We need to move all that. And they're like, okay, I'm going. And then I come back like 2 hours later, I look in the vaults, I'm like, wait, where's all of our loot? And nobody answers me, so I go over to the fucking old base and I see there's no turrets left. There's a couple buried reapers with nothing in them. And 2 vaults slot capped with flak. I'm like, okay, well they broke a couple vaults, because we had like 6 down, as well as our transmitter. And they broke all of those, except for 1 or 2. No, they didn't break 2. 2 of the vaults were intact, and that was it. And those 2 vaults were slot capped with flak. And I could never find the weapons. We also lost a lot of flak, but the weapons were more important, because they all cost like 2k polymer per. Which is a lot. There's a 525 damage shotgun in there. Like, that is insane. And we lost it. Because my tribe mates, instead of going to do the fucking, like, to move all of our loot, they decided, you know what, I'm not just like sit here and think about doing a boss fight for 2 hours. Just like wondering about it, like thinking, can we do it? Is it gonna give us a lot of LA? And then as soon as I get on, they asked me to go do a boss fight as well, and I ended up doing it, and we got 90 LE, because it's like an official harvesting. The harvesting's not increased on here. For boss fights, at least. LE veins is definitely increased. Probably by like 2 or 3. Which was really cool. So instead of getting a slot cap of crafted weapons that cost loads of stuff, there's a bunch of fabbies, compound bows, shotguns, bunch of ammo, probably 2k shocking trank darts. Loads of stuff, dude. And all of it gone because my tribe mates wanted to do a boss fight for 90 element. More than like, dude, 90 element or a slot cap crafted weapons that cost a lot and are good. Which is better? Obviously the 90 element, according to my tribe mates. Oh, and they left a bunch of, like, any tame that wasn't killed was left there as well. So, you know, that's cool. I really don't know what my tribe mates are doing. Like, I honestly don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I thought I was in a tribe with decent people, but I mean, who knows, man? If we're gonna sit here for 3 or 4 days waiting to move into Spider Cave until we're almost raided, after we've had the entire thing built forever and we were ready to move in it ever since we had it, but you know, whatever. I mean, I guess the land base with like 10 turrets is better than Spider Cave. And their excuse was people were gonna raid us because we made enemies with them after we had literally, the tribe rule was you're not allowed to PvP somebody unless they attack you. And they went and tried to raid them and failed. And then they were like, oh yeah, no, we can't move in there because we're enemies with them. And it's like, dude, would you rather live in the middle of nowhere in the redwoods where somebody can easily find you because it's right next to the world border and people fly all around that looking for bases? It would not be very hard to find. Or would you rather move to a very hard to raid base spot and live there, where we have loads of space, can't get tame sniped, and are very, very hard to raid, versus literally the easiest raid you're ever gonna find for slot caps of loot and tames. Yeah, I would say probably Spider Cave, you know, like most reasonable people would have moved to Spider Cave like literally as soon as they got it, instead of living in the middle of nowhere for the entire season. But you know, I mean, apparently a 10 turret base in the middle of nowhere in the redwoods. It's just like a round base. It would be super easy to find. It's better than Spider Cave. So, you know, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm gonna try to give them another chance, but I don't know, man. Like, I really don't. Like, I genuinely don't know. Oh, another good thing about fire wyverns is they can breathe through walls, unlike pretty much every other wyvern that I know of. Every other wyvern can't breathe through walls, but this one can, for the most part. But yeah, still though, it doesn't make sense to me. A lot of the stuff they've been doing recently, which has made me pretty mad at them. Especially since I specifically told them multiple times to not leave the dinos out. And then they do, and then we lose our best line. Probably the best line in the server, too. On Velos. It's like, dude. That's like 52 points in the melee. On a Velo. Off tame, dude. Like 390 melee off tame. I tamed it on stream too, so I've got proof that we had it as well. So I'm not like pulling that out of my ass. I'm not like, oh yeah, no, we had this, and I'm like, and I'm mad at my tribe because they lost it. But in reality, we never had that. No, no, no. We had that, and my tribe lost it after I repeatedly told them not to do what they did, and then they still did it, and then we lost it. So you know that's cool. As well as all the dinos we had out, which was a lot. And a bunch of resources and a bunch of weapons. Because my tribe mates do not listen. I mean, half of them are German, so half of them don't speak my language, and they can't listen to me. But the ones that do speak English, literally, like, they confirmed that they understood me and were going to cryo the tames. And then they didn't. And now they're dead. Like, we lost at least 30 tames. And all of them were like breeders and stuff. Like, they were all good tames. They were not bad tames. We lost probably like 5 different lines. At least. But really the main thing that hurts was the Velos. But we lost our Magmasaur line and a bunch of other stuff as well. We lost part of our mana line. And like I said, a whole vault of crafted weapons. But well, it wasn't all crafted weapons, but it was mostly crafted weapons. At least 220 slots of it were crafted weapons. Like, we got a lot of weapons. We had. Because we don't have them anymore. Probably hundreds of thousands of resources just gone. So it is a boosted server, so they're not very hard to farm, but makes me mad though that we lost it because of that stupid, like, dude, it would literally be like 2 minutes out of their time to go and grab the loot because it's literally in the same biome. Like, it's not even remotely far. Like, it's literally in the exact same biome. And they're too lazy to fly and get it. And instead they're gonna think about doing a boss fight for 90 element. Or hundreds of thousands of polymer, cementing paste, and metal. Like, I don't understand. There's also a bunch of saddles. It wasn't all weapons. Actually, and now that I think about it, it's probably like 100 slots of weapons and 100 slots of saddles. And then the rest was just like random flak and like extra stuff. But that's like a lot though. Like, that's still a lot. That's hundreds of thousands of resources. Just down the drain because my tribe mates can't fly for 2 minutes and grab loot and then fly back. Like, they said they went over there 5 times, but there literally was 3 slot caps of loot, which you could have had 1 on your character, 1 in your dino, flown all the way back, and then done the trip again, and it would literally be 2 trips. There's only 2 slot caps as loot. Right. Maybe actually 4. I think there's 4. Yeah, I think there's 4. Because I remember we had a bunch of resources from the replicator, the weapons, and then 2 vaults of flak. If I remember correctly. Or maybe there wasn't the resources from the repi. I don't know. We got some of the repi's resources, but a lot of it was lost. Like, we lost a lot. For no reason, too, is what annoys me, is the fact that it literally didn't even have to happen. Such a pointless loss. Like, we shouldn't have lost any of it, because literally, all you have to do is fly back to the base. Like, 2 minutes of flight time for 4 slot caps. Actually, in total it would be 8 minutes, but still. That's no time at all. For 4 slot caps of loot, 8 minutes? Like, are you serious? You're too lazy to fly for 8 minutes to get 4 slot caps of good loot? Like, bro, are you kidding? As well as the tames, dude. I forgot about the tames. It's like, why? But whatever, I'm gonna stop, like, being mad. Or I'm gonna try to, at least. It's just so stupid that it happened, and it's happened multiple times before. Like, not this bad, but a lot of dumb stuff has happened that shouldn't have happened. And it's not all because people didn't listen to me, but it's a lot of stuff that could have been easily avoided had we actually done something. Like the last time we went for Spider Cave, we, instead of doing anything, we just sat there outside of their cave fighting them and clapping them, but, like, we never went into their cave because they had velos. And literally all we had to do was have somebody go tame a Rex. Well, at least, like, one of us, like, even one of us could have sat outside their base and killed them every time they came out. And we would have gone over there with the Rex, killed all their dinosaurs, gone in and gotten Spider Cave. But instead, we sat out there the entire time, and then we never went in and actually tried it. Then eventually they got turrets up. And then that happened. So we ended up getting raided because we built in the exact same spot, the random little redwood area, which I've been told is really, really hard to find, and no one's gonna find it, and all this, and it's true. It's in a pretty weird spot, but it's next to the world border, and it's not gonna be that hard to find. You can probably only live in it for a day or 2 at most. You shouldn't be living in it for any longer than that. Like, at most 1 day or 2. But instead, we've been living in it. Or in the one server where we didn't get Spider Cave, we were in it till we got raided, which was like a whole week. And on this server, we almost got raided in it. And it's been like 3 or 4 days, like I said. I don't even remember, but it's been a while. Definitely longer than 2 days. But it's just really stupid. Is this where you've been hiding? There's 2 of them, so I doubt it. Don't derender, don't derender, don't derender, okay. Actually, wait, there was 2 left? Wait, I don't understand, I'm confused. I think there's only 1 left, but it's like in the middle of nowhere, probably. Place where I'll never find it, more than likely, so. I think it might be behind that thing right there. There's a stego. And if I go over there, I won't, like, I'll derender the vein and it'll despawn. And I'm 1 wave 4. I don't want to waste, like, 20 minutes of me doing an Ellie vein for a single dino, especially when it literally went to the last wave like 2 seconds after I said that, so. Surprised nobody's come to attack me. I don't have a mantis saddle. I didn't bring a mantis saddle, dude. I'm so stupid. I just realized I didn't bring a mantis saddle, dude. I mean, I was gonna do multiple Ellie veins anyway, but... So I guess, like, right after I'm done with Ellie vein, I can... go and craft a mantis saddle and a smithy and just, like, grind out 40 metal and a little bit of hide and fiber. It wouldn't be very hard. It's still so annoying though. That I just did that. Like, how did I not realize that I didn't have a mantis saddle? Like, this is a tamed mantis that's not even been leveled. And I didn't... I'm so stupid. Another thing is, our tribe never grinds. Like, some of the people say they grind and, like, literally pride themselves on the fact that they built the entire tribe up from the ground. Which, I mean, they probably did grind the most. And they probably did build a tribe up from the ground, but... it doesn't really matter if you grinded the most if it's like 100k metal and a little bit of fiber and hide. Like... it doesn't really matter, honestly. So it's like, yeah, you grinded everything, you built the tribe, but you didn't grind like anything. You grinded enough to build the tribe, but you like got no resources whatsoever. And now we're living out of a 10 turret base in the middle of nowhere in the redwoods, you know, like. And we got a full like 8-man tribe. It's like all we do is PvP and raid, which is stupid. And I don't, like, the thing with me is I don't grind unless there's somebody else with me, most of the time. Sometimes I feel like grinding and I go solo because nobody else will help me. But most of the time I don't grind without somebody. I just get too bored to do it. When there's somebody else there, it's like never boring, which is weird. That's a weird thing to say. It's like, it's not boring when there's somebody there, but if there's not somebody there, then it is. Even though it's like the exact same thing, except I get to talk to somebody. So I guess it's like a weird thing to say, but it's true though. It's very boring unless you have somebody there, and even when you have somebody there, sometimes it's boring. All right, if I'm standing here, can I still render those rocks in? Nope. Which means if I went to harvest them, the vein would despawn, which really sucks. My aim's also not very good. Like, I'm not very good at PvP. Like, I'll grind, but it's like stupid when I do. Like, like, it's really not fun. I'm gonna get no element from this. I'm gonna get like 1,000. Actually, I might get more than what I got with the mantis last time. Cause last time I got 2,400, and I'm on track to get 3,000, and I don't even have a mantis. Though I'm using a way better pickaxe. I was using like a 150 last time, now I'm using a 300, so maybe that's probably why. So I mean, I got as much as I wanted to, but... yeah, I got enough. Just drop all the shards. Then make a box and a sleeping bag. And I'm gonna go farm a mantis saddle now. Actually, I grabbed all the raw meat as well, seeing as my tribe doesn't farm that either. So I might as well grab some on here, because I don't want to have to go farm it later. I would like to mention this is our only Giga as well. We have another female, but it's like a level 10. No, it's not level 10, it's level 135, but it's after fully leveled. Tamed female, so I think it's like a level 55 or something, tamed. So also not very good, but like they're both horrible. Which is why I thought, you know what, I might as well take this one out, because it's not even worth keeping, and it's not like my tribe actually tamed it. We got it from a raid, which is literally how we get all of our loot. 90% of the crafted weapons were not from us, like probably 10 of them were, so. Still though, it's a lot of weapons, like, it's a huge amount of weapons to lose because you won't go and grab it. Like, it doesn't even matter if it was from us or not, it's still a large amount of loot. Just down the drain for no reason, like, at all. Like, I'm lazy and I still would have gone and got that. And I tried to go and get it. But I was too late because I had to go, and then when I got back, it was too late already. Alright, so I got four forges going, so I need 10 metal to smelt in each of them. What did I want to have in my last slot? Was something, just don't remember. Maybe the sword? I don't know. Oh well. I'll go look for another Ellie vein while I'm waiting for that. Cool thing is the server pop went down. I think these three people are in Tribe of Hentai OP, and this is some random. And then there's me. How's there 6 people connected? There's only 5 people. On the server list, is there an admin on the server? Alright, yeah, I'm friends with Hentai OP, or at least one of their members, so I'm hoping if they see me, they won't counter me. I could do a red drop solo pretty easily. Should I? If I see one, I'll do one. Because we could use the loot. And I have plenty of element, like 3k elements enough to, well, 2.5k element is enough to accomplish what I want to accomplish. But I want to get like at least 5k. It's funny how I literally have the exact amount of metal I need. Like down to the T. Literally exact amount. It's actually so fun that I have literally the perfect amount. Alright, well, now I can go look for an Olivine. And hopefully do it in peace. I really hope I don't get countered. If I do, it doesn't really matter. Just because I have enough element already to do what I need to do. Any element I get now would be a bonus. Because if I die, I can literally just spawn in, run back here, go up that little thing right there. Probably on foot, honestly. Here, I'm gonna go test it out right now. See if I ran up this little ramp right here, which is definitely, if I spawn at Green Orb, I could run all the way over here. These. I can run up this ramp, right? Yeah, I can run right over here to my little stash, which I'm gonna put my mind wipes in as well. Like anything I want to keep is going in here. Actually, did I put my LA dust in there? I got a lot less LA dust though, is the one thing. Just gonna make sure, cause if not, that'll kind of suck. Like, I don't even really care about trading with them. Like I said, I'm gonna be admin soon, so this honestly doesn't even matter. If we got raided, it wouldn't even be that big of a deal. Cause I'm admin, I can do whatever I want. Alright, so literally everybody that I know in the server except for this guy, I can confirm is... Wait, yeah, no. I can pretty much confirm that everybody except for these two are in Trevor Hentai, but based on the fact that this guy has the same name as this guy, I'm gonna assume he is. And this guy's been in the server as well, pretty long. So I bet he's there. They said maybe. Okay, well. I highly doubt I'll survive a fight with them. Like, I really doubt I would. Because it'll be like a 4v1, and their manas have 3k melee, and they have insane manas, basically. And they have gigas, and they have a home base, so even if I kill them once, they can just come right on back. So, you know, pretty obviously, I have zero chance of winning, and even if I did win once, I will die, like, probably 10 minutes after. Like, there's nothing I can do if they attack me. Like, there's literally nothing. So. If they don't say that they won't kill me, then I'm not gonna do another Vayne, probably. Because they'll literally look for me. And I mean, I got what I wanted, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't think they would counter me. They don't really have anything to gain from it, but... And they said they're chill, and they seem chill, but... Oh. Lag? Okay, well I can't see what they're saying in chat, so that's cool. My chat's bugged. Let's get it, boys. And I have a screen freeze right above a base. With my only Giga and Mantis. Honestly, I probably DC'd. See, this is their base here. It's obviously pretty big. I mean, you can pretty much guess. I don't want to go close enough to where they would see me, but they've definitely expanded it and shit. Like, that's not something I could even touch. I mean, if I could probably Quetzal bomb it, honestly, but that's not something I want to mess with, especially since I'm pretty much friends with them. If you're in front of my base, I'll kill you. See, that's what I mean. Then I gotta go back to base and spend a couple hours crafting element down. Which is an AIDS process, but has to be done by somebody. I mean, preferably if my entire tribe was on and they were all crafting element, it would go by just like that, but, you know. My whole tribe isn't on because they're German and it's like 5 AM to 6 AM for them right now. Okay, so the only people on the server won't kill me. Also, there's an admin here in the server. And I've noticed every single admin in the server except for the owner is admin abusing, and the owner might be admin abusing too. But I'm not going to point it out even though I'm admin. Well, soon to be admin. Don't want to cause any drama because I don't have proof of it, but I mean, I guess I kind of have proof of it, but don't have proof of it. Like, it's so obvious. It's kind of like how, you know, like, you ever seen the stories where it's like, the police can't arrest somebody because they don't have any proof, like physical evidence of somebody doing the crime, but they know that they did the crime, and it's so obvious that they did the crime, like, it's literally not even funny how obvious it is, but there's no proof. You know? It's like saying, well, you were the only, like, somebody died in a room, like, locked in a room with somebody else, but there's no proof that that other person killed them, but the guy that was locked in the room obviously was murdered. Right? Like, it was definitely a murder. And it's like they don't got any proof that they did it, but they definitely did it. You know? It's like that. And I don't want to cause drama unless I have, like, multiple screenshots of them abusing. But I don't. Because I don't want to cause drama. And get my admin taken away. That would suck. And it would definitely happen. I've seen it happen to one of the other admins. They talked trash to somebody in Discord and got their admin revoked. And then that's how I became admin, is that spot freed up, so. That's what I mean though, is like, I don't want to cause drama, because I will definitely lose my admin if the owner can't find proof of them abusing, then my admin's getting gone. Basically, it's like, goodbye admin, you know. I'm not even gonna do this 10k, it's not worth it. It'll be like 1k LE. This is not even worth it. I'm doing 25k and up. Hopefully that'll spawn like a 50k, so I can get loads of element. Oh, this is a 50k right here. Yep. This is one that's gonna be kinda hard, but it should be doable. It'll definitely be doable, but I mean, I got no chance of getting countered right now unless those guys are not loyal to their word. And it'd be pretty hard for me to fail this vein, so I think I'm gonna be good here. Hope. I don't really see. The only way I could fail the vein is if I had, like, made a horrible mistake and bit it like 3 times or 4 times every wave, which that's not gonna happen. Whenever you're doing a vein with a Giga and you're solo though, you definitely want to clear all this out, because it is extra LE, but it's not, on most servers it's not enough LE to warrant keeping it. Because it's just annoying. It really doesn't help. It actually makes it harder to do the vein. So you might as well get rid of it since it's like not much LE. If you're solo, but obviously if you're with a friend though, you can have that friend clean up anything on the inside, and then you can just like run around on the outside killing everything. And your friend will be like on a mana or something. It's gonna be a lot harder to do because nothing's one tap. But whatever. No, Racer's attacking my wyvern. See, if I do it like this though, everything will aggro on the vein and I'll be able to kill it all at once. Versus having to run around, it'll go a lot quicker, it'll be a lot easier. Because the vein takes like no damage from attacking. Like, you have to have at least 10 of them attacking the vein at once, and like have them attacking for longer than like 2 minutes to do significant damage. So I'll be completely fine. If stuff is attacking the Bane, I can just like walk around it and kill the stuff, and nothing bad will happen. So, that's why it's better to destroy all the stuff. Versus, I could sit here waiting and dealing with all the stuff on the other outside, which will take like 3 times longer. Or I could just do this, which will be really quick. You know? So obviously I'm just gonna break all the extra things, because it's not worth the Ellie. There's gonna be like 5k Ellie regardless. On top of the 2.5 I already have. Which is gonna be a huge boost. Like that's 7,000 Ellie. 7,500. Like that's more than I can craft down. That's plenty, dude. Like I do not need that much. I only need like 2,000 at most. Is what I need. Like at least, I mean, like at least 2,000. Anything else is extra. Cause I need 1,000 to finish off the base. Make 1,500 to finish off the base, and then like 500 to power the base and shit. And keep all of that running, as well as like extra just like random costs that we spend element on, like transmitters and stuff. It will take me probably 3 hours to craft all the element down though, so I'm gonna be here till 5 AM, which is fine. I wanted to stay up all night tonight, so I might as well spend all night crafting elements so we don't have to worry about it. Seeing as tomorrow I probably won't even be able to play. Like I'll get up, I'll have to pack up everything, and then we have to drive for like 2 or 3 hours. And by the time I get home, it'll probably be like 7 o'clock. And I'll have to get ready for school and stuff, because I'll have school in the morning. So I won't be able to stay up or anything. And I'll have to make sure everything's up to date, and I'll have to do a bunch of homework and stuff. Unofficial, I do not recommend leaving your wyvern sitting here, but I'm doing it because this wyvern will instantly heal any damage taken. Well, not instantly, but it'll heal it pretty quickly, and it's fine. But if you're on a low boosted server where it's not quick healing, because it's like 5 times healing on here, which is actually pretty good. Instead of healing 1 a second, it heals 5 a second. No, so there's another guy on the server. $11, really? As long as I stay in render of that vein, I'm good. The only way I see me messing this up is if I leave the render of the vein because I'm stupid. Which is a decent possibility, so. You know, Fire Wyvern's like useful for like PvE stuff, but and like breeding, but they're not really useful for anything else. Honestly, like you're better off not using a Wyvern, like a Fire Wyvern, I mean, just because it's so like not even useful. Like they're useful for taming phoenixes and breeding Magmasaurs, and like a traveling mount. That's about it. Like in PvP, you're not really gonna use them unless you're farming or something, or taming. Like farming, breeding, or taming. So they're not very useful. Like in a PvP scenario, you're better off taming a Crystal Wyvern that will require like, depending on what server, it could be like 2 minutes to tame, Or it could be 30 minutes. Either way, really quickly tamed. Versus on some servers, this would take a week to grow. Or on others, it'll take like 30 minutes, but still, it's like, how much longer is that? I don't know, it's at least a 10 times. It takes like 10 times longer at least to tame than a Troppy Wyvern, but a Troppy Wyvern's like 20 times better. Like, you're so much better off with a Troppy Wyvern than a Fire Wyvern. Like, there's not even a reason to use a Fire Wyvern over a Troppy, in my opinion at least. Like, obviously it's just opinion, you can use whatever you want, but I do not recommend using a Fire Wyvern over a Troppy. I can't really see a reason why you would, but if anybody that watches this video knows why you would use a Fire Wyvern over a Troppy Wyvern, tell me, please. I need to know. Because at the moment, all I know is they're slower, bigger, but do the same damage and stuff. I mean, maybe weight. You could use it as a weight Wyvern, but like I said, that's PvE. Like, it probably has more weight. That's about it. Like, it's not worth it. It's really not. Like, trust me. Like, it's really not worth. So look how little damage the Vayne's taking. Right? Like, you see how little damage that is, and then look at all the dinos on it. Like, look at that. That's what I mean by you can, like, the dinos don't do damage, it's you. Like, you can afford to let these things hit the Vayne. What you can't afford to do is bite the Vayne on your own, because if I bit the Vayne with the 700 melee Giga, it'll do, like, 2k. You know? Like, that's a whole round and a half of stuff just, like, biting it. That's not worth it, you know? It's really not. Which is why I do not recommend, like, biting the Vayne to kill a Carno, because the Carno's not going to do any damage. Like, you're better off punching the Carno to death than you are biting the Vayne. Like, honestly, you're better off with that. Eleven left. I don't see any hostiles on the Vayne, which means they must be down here. Uh-oh. Really hope I can finish this before I get countered. I'm on wave 3 out of 6. The reason I said 3, by the way, is because there's a wave 0. So it says wave 2 out of 5, but there's 6 waves actually. So I'm halfway done. Of course the waves will be harder, so I mean that's fine, but technically I'm on wave, like, what, 3? Yeah, I'm on wave 3 basically. And a lot of people are joining, so hopefully nobody comes over to where I'm at and sees me and is like, oh yeah, it's easy bait. I mean, as long as they don't have a Giga, Rhino, or Mana, I should be fine. If they're on Wyverns, I'll probably be fine. I mean, I don't really think they'll do damage to me, as like, because I can just stay on the Giga And like if they come to try and kill me, I can literally just sit on the Giga biting, and if I get picked, I'll instantly grapple and get on the Giga again. So it'd be pretty hard for them to kill me that way. But if they do have any dino that does like a lot of DPS, I'm done. Like it'll literally be over for me, so really, 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 really hope that doesn't happen. But it's all a matter of time. We'll see. I mean, if somebody comes to... I mean, I don't think I'll get countered. There's only, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? There's only 5 people on here that will attack me. Yeah, that's only 5. There's 5 people on here that could attack me. And it's 3 tribes, I believe. Right? So 5 divided by 3 is what? It's like 1.5 or something, right? 1.5... That's 4.5. That's close enough, you know? Like, that's close enough. So it's like 1 to 2 tribe mates. 1 or 2 tribe mates. So it'll be a 1v1 or 2v1. So as long as they don't have a Giga, Rhino, or Mana to do loads of damage to me, or like maybe even a Spino, I'll be fine. Right, like I'll be fine. They're not gonna kill me like that. Oh, there's another one. Oh, but he's with Hentai, I believe, so be good. In all reality, though, I should be completely fine. I highly doubt that I'll die, but I mean, we'll see. That'd be on wave 4 out of 6, right? Yeah, 4 out of 6. Almost. Once I'm done with Silly Vein, I'm gonna go over that little box, get the mind wipes out, make a crafting character with a little bit of fortitude, craft it all into compasses, transfer out, and then go spend 2 or 3 hours crafting it down into Ellie. It's a good thing YouTube exists. Yeah, I'm just gonna name this Giga. Probably should put the saddle up. Actually, yeah. Hopefully it'll deter people from attacking me. Though it might actually make somebody attack me more, because they'll be like, oh dang, this kid's got an insane Giga with a pretty decent saddle. Let's go attack him. That cookie guy is probably a Bob, so I can take him off, so that's only 4 people. 2 people just left. Taking it down to 2 people, potentially. And I don't think they're in a tribe, so theoretically, I can't really lose unless they have a Giga. And I just bit the vein. Did like 1,000 damage, but like yeah, like it's really easy to solo drops. You can solo red drops and 50Ks, like red drop and below and 50K and below. With the Giga with a 50 armor saddle and 800 melee plus. You could probably do it with worse, but I recommend having at least a 50 armor saddle and 800 melee. Imprint also helps, but yeah. You could do it with 600 melee, actually. 600 melee and imprint, but your saddle should probably be better. You should probably have like a 90 armor saddle, 600 melee, and imprint. And I guarantee you, if you know what you're doing, you can do Null Evade. Like, as long as you don't bite the drop, and you're doing your best to clean up, then you should be completely fine. Like you clean up around the edges and you don't bite the drop, you should be fine, honestly. Like, it's not that hard. And I've heard a lot of people before be like, oh yeah, no, you can't do a 50k solo. No, you can easily do drop solo. You can easily do 50k, 10k, like you can do any type of Ellie Vein solo. You can do red drop. You can do purple drop solo. Like a 2k melee Giga, you can do purple drop solo. Not like full waves, like only to wave 8, but still. Or 7, wave 7 I mean. But still though, you can get pretty far solo. And I've heard a lot of people like, oh yeah, no, it's really hard. No, it's not. It's not really hard. As long as you don't bite the drop, you're fine. Which I guess is a harder thing. Like, it's harder said than done. It's harder done than said, I guess. Like, I said it wrong, but yeah. I think you guys get the point though. It's harder to do. Like, it's decently hard. Basically, like, it's not very easy to not bite the drop. But once you've done a lot of them, though, you get the hang of it, and it's not that hard. Like, it's really not. It's like, you have to have like a tiny bit of skill and a decent dinosaur, and you can do it. If you had a pretty good Reaper, like 1,200 melee and 30k health with imprint, I bet you could do a 50k solo. I don't know about a red drop, but you could definitely do a 50k. So I mean, like a 50k is basically a 50k is equivalent to a yellow drop. Pretty much, it's slightly harder, I think, but it's basically equivalent to a red or yellow drop. Like, it's easier than a red drop, but it's not that hard. Or it's not that easy either, though. But they're pretty easy still. Like, as long as you kind of know what you're doing and you have a decent dinosaur. Like, I'm doing with this like, tamed Giga, dude. Tamed Giga and a saddle we got out of an Iceworm drop. Like, an Ice Queen drop. And I can do 50k solo. With a tamed 140 melee Giga. Off pop. No imprint, nothing. That's how easy it is. Of course, this is a boosted server where stats are pretty fucking insane, but still though. Like any server pretty much, like 15x and higher, you can do this. With a tamed Giga and a drop saddle. They're not hard. Is what I mean. You gotta know what you're doing. Oh, I bit the drop after. I literally killed it without biting the drop and then bit it after and harvested the body, dude. You kidding? Cool thing is I'm within running distance to my thing, so even if my wyvern dies, still run there. You know, obviously it would be pretty hard with the bad Giga, but you can do it. It's not that hard. Cause like obviously like it'll be hard to do, but if you know what you're doing, it will like you'll breeze through it. You'll probably get pretty low on the Giga, like the Giga's HP will go down, and you might have to force feed like in between each round, but when it's all said and done, you'll be fine. If you know what you're doing. As long as you don't bite the drop and you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. It's basically any advice I got. Like, if you need to know, do an OSD. Like, a lot of people say they're hard, but really the only drop that you have to be concerned about, and is pretty hard, is a purple. Right? It's the only one that you need, like, absolutely need to have more people unless you have insane dinos. Like, really overpowered dinos. Then you can do every single drop solo, except for purple. Though I don't recommend doing it solo. Just because if you get countered, you're more than likely dead. Just like me. Like, if I get countered right now by, like, probably anybody in the server, really. Like, you could tame a Rhino, put a Genesis saddle on it, fully heal it, and kill me. Because my gig is only, like, a tamed Rhino will get, like, 1,800 melee on here. But, like, on any server, though, you don't ever want to do an OSD solo, because you will get killed. It does happen. People, like, they'll see you doing it solo, and then they'll be like, oh. Like, unless you're in, like, a dead server, like I am, don't do it solo. Unless you have, like, bat turrets, and you have a lot of defenses going. Don't do it, basically. Is the advice I have to give. It's just don't try it, unless you can, like, guarantee that you'll be fine. I think honestly this Fire Wyvern might do more damage than the Giga. Alright, the Giga takes 2 to 3 bites to kill a Paracer. 1 breath. 2 breath. Okay, so yeah, this Fire Wyvern does about the same damage as the Giga, that's funny. I mean, the Giga is a 140 damage tame, this is a pretty good Fire Wyvern. And honestly, I kind of want to save this Fire Wyvern so we can breed Magnosaurs. Because, I don't know why, but like on here, I think they like buffed the spawn rate. So like every time you kill a Magnosaur, one instantly spawns. Like there's no time in between. It's like Gigas on center. But with Magnosaurs. Which makes it incredibly difficult to farm the eggs. Because no matter what time you're doing it at, there will always be like a Magmasaur there. No matter how much Magmasaurs you kill, there will always be one there to attack you. So you kind of just gotta swoop in, grab it, and run away without getting killed, which hurts, man. They hurt. They will kill you so quickly. So I don't want to go down there and constantly farm eggs. I think we might still have Magmasaurs, but I don't know. And I'm 90% sure they didn't fix the glitch where you can breed Magmasaurs with Fire Wyverns. As long as you don't run out of stam. So, what am I on, 4 out of 5? Yep. So basically 5 out of 6. 2 more waves. This wave and the next, and I'm done. Which is nice. I'm really hoping nobody comes out of fucking nowhere and attacks me. But never know. Because the game decides, like, I don't think the game's on my side today, so. We'll see, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing much. Why did I say that? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Ow. That was an accident. You know, another thing to note, the Yelly Veins HP, when you finish it, does not matter. You could have 1 HP and complete the Yelly Vein, like the Yelly Vein be on 1 HP, and it will still give you the same amount, to my knowledge. I can't 100% confirm this is true, but I'm 99% sure, so. Like, it doesn't matter what the HP of the Yelly Vein is, basically. And I don't think it matters for OSDs, but it might. Cause I heard it does, but I don't know. Dang! Okay, last wave, boys. So far, so good. Looks to be an easy one. Just 1 Wyvern, 2 PTs, 2 Wyverns, 2 Spinos, Racer, Carno. This looks like it's gonna be really easy, but we'll see. Another thing, if you're trying to bite something on the vein, turn your head. So that way you can get closer and bite the thing on the vein without biting the vein. Giga's reach is very far as well, you want to be careful about that. I definitely just clapped the LA vein with this Giga, dude. Can I count for 2 hostiles right now? And there's 5 left, so that means I'm really close to doing this LA vein, which makes me very happy. Dang, 2 of the people on here are Bobs as well. Wait, that guy's not in whatever their name's thing is? They're not in hentai? Dude, I literally just looked and they're not in hentai. Ah, no way. Alright boys, last hostile and I complete the vein. Let's get it. Oh, if I had a Yudi buff as well. It's gonna be a farming mantis. Oh my god. More than I was expecting, but I'm happy with it. No complaints from me. 2,000, or no, 1,000, no, 12,000 elements, plenty. I'm pretty much home free right now. Not much bad stuff could really happen, other than me DCing and getting kitted. Because if anybody comes, I can just run away from them, and they won't be able to catch me unless they're on like a griffin or something. Yeah, I'm good. Dang, dude, I'm happy about that. 12,500 element. Never gonna be able to craft that all down. Like, it's literally gonna take forever. I'm gonna make a new tribe rule that every time somebody mind wipes, they have to craft 1,000 element down, because I'm probably only gonna craft 5,000 of this. And then I'll leave the rest for later, when we need it. Very nice, very nice. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream and start AFK crafting, boys.